Hi guys. Hi guys. Hi guys. Hi guys. Hi guys. My name is May. I'm a writer. I'm a writer and engineer. I produce content based on writing, my faith and my lifestyle. So I hope you enjoy and I hope you decide to subscribe. Once again, I have notes on this table. So there are a few areas of writing that you could go into. Right now, we're not talking about how to make money through it. We're just talking about the areas, things that you can do as a writer. These are just a few, okay? But let's begin. The first one I'm going to talk about is, I like to classify it as fiction writing. My classification might actually be wrong, but just hear me out. I like to classify it as fiction writing, or you can call it publishing or authoring. So basically, you can write novels and publish them. You can write short stories. You can write novellas. You can write plays. You can write poetry and publish them. You can either self-publish, or you can publish with a publishing company, or you can use ebooks. Ebooks are a big thing right now. Your book doesn't have to be in print. It is actually more convenient now to just be scrolling on your phone and reading a book. There are lots of ebooks sites. So the second thing I'm going to mention is the non-fiction writing, which is self-help books, memoirs, books on how to... There's this book I saw recently, How to Make Money the Christian Way. All those type of books still go through the same process, only that it is different from fiction. You will need plot, setting, characterization for all that. You will need climax, anticlimax for all that. You just need an outline and be sure that your message is passed very well. But I believe that the publishing aspect of both fiction and non-fiction books they are similar. They should be the same. They are the same. Actually, not they should be the same. They're actually the same. But it's the writing process, the research and the development process that is completely two different things. And then the next one, this one is a lot more common, is blogging. So you can create your own blog, you can start your own blog. You can blog. Blogging is more personal. Business writing is very formal. You're not writing. It is not fiction, okay? But your blogging, you can decide to make it about your life. You can just make it about skincare. If you're into skincare, you can just make it about food, workouts, whatever you want to blog about. It's your blog. You own it, and it's easy for people to understand that you own a blog and you're earning from a blog. So I think blogging is like a common one. The next one is freelancing. Freelancing is you're giving them value for their money. You're giving them the products for their money, but you're not a member of their staff. That's freelancing. So somebody can just hire you, do one 1,000 word essay for me, and you do that. Do one 1,000 word blog post for me, and you do that. Most freelancers write blog posts, but there are a lot of other things that they can write. Freelancing is basically with freelancing you can do for like more than 2-3 people at the same time. So I believe that a lot of people know what freelancing is. Now, ghostwriting. Ghostwriting is where you write a book, or mostly a book. You write a book for somebody. First time I heard of the term ghostwriting was about 3-4 years ago. But before that, I had read a book that was an autobiography of a very popular woman where I am from. But it wasn't written by her. It was written by another woman, much younger woman who was working for her. And I kept wondering why they say this is an autobiography, but it's another person who wrote it. But the thing is, the woman, being so busy, did not have the time to write this autobiography herself. So she contracted somebody to write it for her, and it's still her autobiography. As a ghostwriter, you gain from those type of things. You actually gain from that a lot, because if you're good, you can call any price and they'll pay you. I think the first rule I would say for ghostwriting is make sure you get a contract, read over your contract, and determine what it is that you want to do. Because I know that to get that woman's name, the ghostwriter's name on the book, for that example I gave, was in the contract. For some people, they will say they don't want your name on the book. It all depends on the contract that you sign. So make sure you get a contract, read over your contract, be sure you know what you're signing for and all that. Next one I want to talk about is UX writing. UX writing is website writing, not content writing. It's for those who write. Okay, have you ever looked at have you ever tried to load a page and the network times out, and then you see this error message like, oops, we're embarrassed, sorry that happened? I think it has happened in like a few websites. I know one website that happens. There's a website that happens where you see, oops, we're sorry this happened, or what went wrong, something like that. That is UX writing. When somebody is creating a website, you have to come up with catchy terms, one-liners for certain aspects of the website, certain things that could happen in the website. Click here, do this, do that, all those type of things. That's UX writing. Believe it or not, it's actually a way to write, and it pays a lot. Editing and proofreading. So editing and proofreading is something that I don't think a lot of writers think about. But if you're a writer, definitely, then you are a reader. That's why I say to improve yourself as a writer, you need to read more. And that is coming up in our coming videos. But editing and proofreading is it's something that a writer can do. If you're a writer, you're a reader, definitely you can edit and proofread. It's also good for a separate person to write and another person to proofread. Editing and proofreading, that's definitely something you could do, and that's definitely something you could make money from. The next one I have here on my list is script or screenwriting. This might be very different, vastly different. If you are a novel writer, you want to move to script or screenwriting, it will be vastly different, totally different things. Just like writing a novel is mostly narrative, so definitely the reader would kind of know what is going on. Unlike for script writing, that you kind of have to show, otherwise there won't be an understanding of what they're doing. So that's screenwriting, script writing, another good avenue to make money. You can actually sell your scripts for quite a good amount depending on how good they are. Next one is news reporting. Unfortunately, a lot of people do not know about this one. You can actually write news pieces to be reported. This one you can't do on your own. You need to be attached to a newspaper or a news or a television channel. Then the next one I have is article writing. This one is different. You can do magazine articles for different columns. It doesn't have to be news, right? So newspapers can have different columns, advice columns, cooking columns. You can do all that. Write for different columns for newspapers and magazines. The next one I would say is you can write scripts for, and I'm sure you didn't think about this one, but you can write scripts for TV hosts. You can actually write scripts for TV hosts if you have like a panel discussion. For instance, something like Men's Corner, they will need a script. The View, they would need a script. The Real, they will need a script. Okay, so I've mentioned The View and The Real. That's like American. Let's look for Nigerian. Men's Corner, I believe, they will need a script somewhat, even if most of their contributions will be from what they actually think and what they feel. But they will need a script that will guide them so that they don't veer off topic and talk for too long. Most times you could actually go to the different hosts and kind of get a sense of the topic that they are going to be speaking about, and kind of give them points so that they don't go off topic, because these shows have about an hour. So, yeah, I think the highest should be an hour. So they are going to want to pass their point across in the time that is given. So definitely you can write for them. The next one I'm gonna say is social media management. As a writer, you can actually write, you can actually be a social media manager. You're not a social media content creator, because those are two different things. As a social media manager, I cannot believe I'm actually explaining this. As a content creator, you're creating content for social media. As a social media manager, you are taking content that has already been created and you are posting it. It's very different. They are two different things. So if as a social media manager, you understand the platform that you're meant to be posting on, let's say Twitter, for instance. Twitter is a platform that is really word oriented. So let's say Twitter, for instance. If your company you're working for is like a laundry company, you would take their content, which is pictures from their workshop or something. Is that what they are called? Workshop. You take their content, which is pictures of their newly installed washing machines, and you would make a story about that and attach one or two pictures at the end, drawing people to their content. And then you can do content writing and copywriting. So I add these two together because they're similar but they're not the same. So content writing is mostly just writing for digital marketing purposes. For instance, you're writing to educate people on a particular thing or a particular brand. An example, I'm not give you that example. That example is too okay. An example of content writing is writing content for something like writing content, inviting people to a webinar that you are hosting. That's content writing. Copywriting is short one-liners that make people want to purchase an item. Or content writing, it's longer, it's not persuasive, it's more educative. Copywriting is persuasive. You could do academic writing, which is writing research papers for professors who don't have the time to, like, they do the work, the practical work. For example, engineering, for instance, theirs would just be to carry out the experiments, draw their conclusions, and then you piece it all together, make it a research paper, and give it to them for proofreading. That is it. Or you could do book reviews too. So if you get a book review, if you start reviewing books on certain platforms, you could be paid to continue doing that. I have mentioned a lot of things that you can do as a writer. I hope you are happy. You have no excuse. There are many more, but these are just a few I've decided to highlight today. So pick one and hone your skill, all right? We'll be doing more of these writing-based videos as time goes by. Gosh. I'm so glad that you've come to the end of this video, and I'm glad I have come to the end of this video as well. I hope you have learned a thing or two about it, and I hope you have a little bit of clarity on where you want to go to. So if you ask me which area of writing pays more, I wouldn't be able to tell you that. Somebody could write a novel and earn 5,000 naira. Another person could do ghostwriting and earn 2 million. It just depends on how well you are able to put yourself out there, which is another video that I'm going to make on how to put yourself out there as a writer and how to make people take you seriously as a writer. So look forward to that. I will see you again next time. Like and subscribe. Leave some comments in the thing there. Yeah. Let me know what you think about these aspects of writing. Let me know what type of writing that you do. And also let me know if there's any form of writing that I have forgotten. It's just anything you want to add, let me know. Alright? See you guys later. Bye. Apologies for the noise.